Hello everyone, this is Bhavik Chokshi here. Hope you guys are doing great. Things are going great with us as well. So this is a very important video. This is on an important update on the new study material which is released by the Institute for the May 2020 exams for paper 1 financial reporting of the new syllabus. So I'll again repeat, to whom is this video relevant? For all the students who are appearing from May 2020 onwards for the new syllabus. So this is not applicable to the old syllabus students and also not applicable to the students who are giving their November 2019 exams. Fair. So this institute just about today has released a study material, the entire study material set for the May 2020 exams. So I would just want to quickly run you through about the key changes, and then in subsequent videos we'll do a detailed step by step and a page by page change review. So if where do we see this new study material? This is for May 2020. So if you go to the institute's website, let us say, so on the institute's website, if you go to the student section in the BOS knowledge portal, in your final course, financial reporting, and you can see over here, as you can see on the screen, there are two study materials now. The study material which is relevant for May 19 and November 19 exams, that must be the study material with you if you have already ordered it, or now you can order your new study material if you want to. And then you can see study material relevant from May 2020 exam onward. So it is not just for May 2020, it is applicable to even November 2020, even November and May 2021, etc. onwards. So if you are May 2020 onward student, you will just click on this, and this is where the new study material is. So I'll just quickly run you through the summary of key changes. Again, this is a preliminary evaluation that we have done because this has been released just a few hours back. So the institute, as per its exclusions that it had given in June, it has removed all the accounting standards. So the earlier module 1 that would be there on accounting standards and guidance note is no longer there. It directly starts from module number 2, which was earlier there. So earlier where there were 6 modules, your course now gets reduced to around 4 modules. Again, I'll repeat, this is in line with the exclusions that the institute had given in June of 2019. So module 1, which pertains to accounting standards, has been removed, including the guidance note. It is no longer applicable. In all the other modules, I do not see any change except for the last one. And when we come to module number 2, you can see unit number 3. On module number 2, unit number 3, you can see Ind AS 116. This is on leases, a very, very important change. It's a sure short May 2020 exam question. So this replaces the old Ind AS 17 on leases. So just in case you have studied leases, that is no longer applicable of Ind AS 17. This was also earlier announced by the institute. So there's no surprise package as such. However, the surprise to some extent would be the size of Ind AS 116. If you go to see, it's a good 122. So if you see on the left of the screen, if it's available, it's page 1 of 122. So it's a very, very big standard, a very important one, but it's a very in-depth standard, covers close to 122 sides, close to 43 illustrations and around 7 questions. So that's more than 50 questions over here. A very in-depth standard. We'll be doing this in a lot of detail for our regular live batch students, for pen drive students, as well as students who are our YouTube subscribers. We will be putting out videos on this soon. So this is a big change, which I will again repeat is what was announced earlier and what we have even incorporated in our new study materials as well. So 116 gets added, Ind AS 17 does not get reflected. For November 19, Ind AS 17 on lease is still applicable. From May 2020, Ind AS 116 in its entirety becomes applicable. So it's a very, very important chapter over here. Okay, if we go back again. Okay, apart from that, the index broadly, apart from a few rearrangement of chapters, the topics remain exactly the same. And at the end, if you see, in module number 4, the last 3 topics, the analysis of financial statements, integrated reporting, and corporate social responsibility. So these are the only 3 chapters which remain, which is again in line with the institute's notification in June of 2019. So the chapters removed are value-added statement, human resource accounting, carbon credit, and e-commerce. They are no longer applicable. Another problem area which was facing the students was in the analysis of financial statements chapter. There were sums on both AS and Ind AS. If you see the revised study material, they've removed all the AS-based case studies. And if you see this, let me go. Okay. So if you go to 15.11, you just have the case studies based on Ind AS. So do we have anything new to study over here? No. If you have done your usual Ind AS stuff properly, this is just an aggregation of what has been done earlier. So there is absolutely nothing new to be done over here. It is like saying that if you are doing heads of income in income tax, if you have done all the heads of income, computation of income is automatically done. So this is like cases on Ind AS. If you have done Ind AS, this chapter is all automatically done. There is no accounting standards applicability. It is only and only Ind AS. Okay, so this is clarifying on the analysis of financial statements. Now, apart from that, if there would be some changes, okay, there would be maybe a few sums added, and there would be certain provisional changes which we will do. So, like we did in the May 2019 attempt, we have an amendment series which is applicable for both our existing students as well as students who would have studied from different materials as well. So we will be discussing all the new sums as well as the changes that have been done by the institute, and you can actually refer them, and that should be sufficient for your material. It would take some time for me because the institute does not release a summary of the changes done chapter wise. It's a page turn exercise. We have to compare on a page to page basis. But trust me, each and every change, each and every question should be covered. So stay tuned on this, and I'll get you like we did in May 2019. We will do it for May 2020 as well on on videos only. Okay, so if we were to just quickly run through the changes on a preliminary basis, all chapters of module 1, if you have the old module 1, they get deleted. So basically accounting standards and guidance note not applicable. Ind AS 116 in its entirety becomes applicable. Ind AS 17 moves out. This is a very important change. Insurance standard is still not applicable. So if you have probably in your practice gone through Ind AS 117, that is not applicable for May 20, for November 20, 100% it is not applicable even for attempts going further. Then there is analysis of financial statements, only Ind AS based case studies, and the simpler chapters, the smaller chapters, integrated reporting, analysis, and you have corporate social responsibility being there. Now within each chapter, sir, are there any changes? Yes, there would be few changes. Undoubtedly there will be few changes. Just to give you a very clear example, if you have studied Ind AS 40, investment property is a property which you intend for the purpose of renting out. Now, renting out was largely as per Ind AS 17, that was leases. Now, if the lease standard in its entirety undergoes a change, there would be some changes. Even in Ind AS 40, and as we have already seen, there are some changes in Ind AS 40 as well. I've gone through the study material myself as well. There are some changes. So, there would be some changes. But if you have already done your coaching, if you have already studied, there is absolutely no need to panic. It is not like a budget that the entire book gets changed. There are probably a few new sums that might get added, maybe from the past RTPs or stuff. And there would be a few changes which will happen due to Ind AS 116 getting added. Other than that, provisionally the entire course remains the same. There might be certain errors that might be there in the old study material which do get rectified when the institute issues its new study material. So we'll focus on that as well. So in the meantime, please continue your preparation. Do not halt your preparation saying that the study material has changed. Yes, a few topics have been excluded, as the institute earlier mentioned. Ind AS 116 has been added, as mentioned. There would be some changes in the topic, some of them, remember, minor changes due to the addition of Ind AS 116, and we will cover those changes here itself. So that should be it. Stay tuned, please. In case you have any problems, queries, please write to me. Please message me or WhatsApp me. I'll be happy to solve them as soon as I can. And please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button if you need the notifications. Thank you very much.